it. What does that mean? Is help you to generate more appointments, more revenues, more profit. In this short live today, I have a special guest, and we're talking about buying and selling dental practice right now in Australia and New Zealand. That's why I've got a guru in buying and selling of dental practices. Uh, as I'm sure many of the viewers have already figured out, yes, Mr. Palmer, Simon Palmer from Practice Sales Search. So before we just go, introduce quickly, have him. If you are checking from any of the social media, including Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or even LinkedIn, yes, we are live in LinkedIn. Feel free to give a thumbs up or comments or share this post. I would love to, love to spread that to our communities. Well, Simon, welcome to the show in such a short notice, mate.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Beautiful. Let's get on straight away. Next 7 to 10 minutes, actually, we want to unfold it and give a value to our dental clients and communities. They want to a little bit know more about what's happening in the market. I'm sure it's changing market as you are seeing dental market right now in terms of buying and selling. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Look, it's been a great couple of months for us here at Practice Sales Search. We've sold more practices in the last few months than I think ever before in terms of a time period like that. It's been a crazy time as well. I mean, if you can imagine, over this time, we've seen the borders start to reopen. And we're seeing increased challenges about vaccinations and having staff and dentists vaccinated. We're seeing at the same time, there's a workforce shortage out there. There's a lot of dentists, or too few dentists and staff members to go around. And I think that that's influencing a lot of buying and selling decisions. People are selling practices that they're having trouble staffing. When they're buying practices, they're making sure that the dentists are locked in a lot more than they were 3-6 months ago. So it is still an unusual time. Everyone thought that things would just return to normal as soon as the borders opened. It hasn't returned to normal completely. That's for sure.
No, that's a great insight. Obviously, every dental clients or in healthcare clients we talk with, the biggest issue right now is the recruitment. How to find the right team, how to be the employer, employee of the choice, so they can add value. Certainly, there is a problem there. Now, obviously, with the radical change in the market these days, and you have noticed such a unusual pattern. You just mentioned that was the biggest month for you, and congratulations for that.
Thanks.
So our viewers are curious to know. Then, would you mind share about those unrealized opportunities for our viewers or listeners who are watching this right now?
Sure. Look, I think that there's a lot of quality practices that are on the market that don't get enough attention because they don't fit into, I don't know, the tight sort of selection criteria that we're taught to focus on. I think a lot of dentists focus only on, or a lot of buyers focus only on pure revenue and pure profit. And not to say that those aren't important, they're vitally important. But what is missed a lot of the times is the opportunities that exist within the practices to improve the revenue and improve the profit. Examples of that are, poor advertising or no advertising. If a practice is under servicing or not available after hours or long hours. If there is sometimes practices that are doing decent figures in short periods of time, like open only 3 days a week, and I don't think those practices get the attention that they deserve. I think people look at the figures only, the revenue and profit, and don't factor in that those figures were provided with the vendor only working a very short amount of time per week.
Mm,
Those
mm,
practices should get a bump up.
mm,
Other things like just simple things like recall procedure or reappointing patients when they leave.
yeah.
There's a hell of a lot of practices that don't have regular hygiene procedures in place, and I think that that can be a real easy, win for a buyer if they're able to buy a practice and put something like that in. So I guess, if I was to summarize everything that I just said, I think, if you look at a practice, not just at what it is, but what you can add to this picture, what you can create on this foundation. There's some amazing foundations out there for sale. There's some great practices that with a bit of attention can be lifted up to a higher level.
Absolutely, Simon. I mean, we just, offline, we were just talking about the signage. I mean, so true. Because sometime when, as a new buyer, when you come out there, just thinking about revenue profit, but there's so much opportunities to grow, opportunities to, as you said beautifully there, some of the examples like, more advertising or no advertising or long hours or after hours, or that might be retention, booking it before, after their appointment, or making sure the appointments, and as a trusted growth partner, what we do at 360 is focusing, not, every time our clients comes on board, especially new prospect, they talk about new patients, new patients, new patients. And we both know, Simon, that generating new patients these days is so costly. Sure, we can do it, but the algorithm is changing so much. Google and all these SEO and Facebook and Instagram, sure, you can have a new patients, but sometimes we forget, as you said, the retention is so easier, and or that might be just referrals, adding value to your existing patients so that they
Or,
refer to their friends and families,
or
isn't it?
even or even the clinical range that you're offering, and the amount of work that you're referring out that you might be able to keep in if you add a skill
Mm,
set on there.
yeah. That's a good
Um,
point.
yeah.
And what's your thought about reactivation? Do you believe, because so many times, the practice, new dental practice owners, they go and buy out for 3 cheers, 5 cheers, and straight away, they would call someone like us, hey, look, we want a new patient, get the book. But they never think about the gold mine they are sitting. What's your thought on that, Simon? I'm just curious.
Sorry, was the question what I think about reactivation or about?
Reactivation, I mean, how important it is to add that opportunity on that gold mine, on the database, what they already have.
So calling patients that aren't coming in on a regular
Yes,
basis? Is that what it
inactive
is?
patients.
Yeah, look, I think that it could be a great untapped gold mine for a practice. I mean, I think it comes down to the skill set, with which you approach it, and being able to offer them something of value, and catching their attention again. But look, absolutely, if you've got a database there, you should be using it as best you can to bring value to your patients and to your practice.
Absolutely. No, that's good. Thank you for your insights, Simon. Obviously, you're going to share more details on our upcoming event, how to start and build. Would you like to tell a little bit about the
What I'll
event,
be
if you're okay?
Yeah, sure. In the event, I'm going to be talking pretty much about some of the same things that I was talking about this evening. Missed opportunities that I see out there. How to find practices that aren't getting enough attention, and maybe be a good deal out there for buyers. We're going to be talking, I think, what is it, the Tuesday, the 29th of March at 6:30 p.m. And look, we'd love to see as many people there as possible. So please register your interest as soon as you can.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Albert. And obviously, so you are giving the value there, but also my good friend Albert Geigel from MW Partners, dental accountants. So he would be telling all about where you are at. Obviously, things have changed so much in last 18 months or so. So he would be literally giving the numbers, understanding your numbers and benchmarking, and he's the expert on dental accounting, specialized dental
Absolutely.
accounting. So that's what he would be, and obviously I will be sharing about not just the great websites people talk about or the Facebook, but literally I will be sharing about how to attract and retain new patients, and giving them how you can stand out in the market, so you can be a premium in the marketplace or in your local area. So all the viewers are watching this right now. Obviously, the questions might be either you can just go register 360dentalmarketing.com.au, or if it is easier, just you can text us 0485. All the details are right there. and we can get it done for you. All right. Thank you so much, Simon. Before we go, is there anything you want to quickly share or anything you want to add?
Not really. I'm looking forward to the night and looking forward to meeting as many of your as viewers as possible there. It'll be a great evening.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Albert. So again, it's 29th of March, Tuesday, just after 2 weeks from ADX next week. So 6:30 p.m. for 7:15 p.m. It would be Melbourne CBD. We are just finalizing. Already we have got a 25, 30 plus, and it's a very limited number. So we want to make sure that maximizing that for our clientele and our community. Yeah, and thanks again, Simon. Look forward to catching up with you and all our clientele and communities on ADX.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Bye for now.
Yeah.